With Steve Toom from South Dakota Public Broadcasting, I'm Mike Henriksen from Calling All Sports and from the South Dakota Sports History Radio Show. It's championship night in South Dakota. A few months ago, we had no idea if we would make it to this point. So thanks to all of the men, the women, the students, and the people who made it possible to get through a championship season. Tonight, the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders take on the O'Gorman Knights, a battle of 41st Street in Sioux Falls, and it should be a dandy because, Steve, these teams know each other so well.
Yep. Roosevelt won twice during the regular season, but that was very early on, and a lot has happened since the last meeting, which was on January 7th.
Yeah, so the O'Gorman Knights have gotten hot at the right time, and they have not lost basically since they went with both big men in the same lineup. Let's take a look. First of all, at the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Roosevelt, Mitch Begeman, has done such an incredible job with this team.
Tyler Feldkamp had 25 last night. Marcus Phillips got in foul trouble last night, but he had a big first game. Trey Horner, the man in the middle, Taylon Ashley, and Tucker Large, he's their point guard. He's been very consistent, 13 and 12 points respectively.
Meanwhile, for the O'Gorman Knights of Derek Roby, in 16 years, this will be the 8th time they have played for a championship. They have won 7 of those. Cade Moffitt, 6'3" and a senior. He's the one who makes the offense go. David Alpers, a 6'6" junior. Eddie Mailer, 6'6" and a senior. Ben Renshaw, 5'11" and a senior. And Reese Arbogast, 5'10" and a senior. Both these teams will go deep in the rotation as well. We're back to tip it off after this timeout on South Dakota Public Broadcasting. With Steve Toom, I'm Mike Henriksen. We are delighted to bring you the championship, wrapping up 3 fun days of basketball in Rapid City. From the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center, let's send it to recent South Dakota Basketball Coaches Hall of Shrine inductee, the one and only Mr. Kevin Phillips.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the Class AA South Dakota Championship. Tonight, it's the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders and the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights. The South Dakota Army National Guard wants to congratulate O'Gorman and Roosevelt on making it to the championship game. Accept these travel bags and contents within as compliments to your consistency, dedication, and this incredible accomplishment. We are honored to present the game ball for tonight's game. Good luck to both teams. You're the next greatest generation. And thank you, South Dakota Army National Guard. We will start by introducing the players for both teams. Sioux Falls Roosevelt players. Number 4, Thor Gilo. Number 5, Micah Johnson. Number 10, Gabe Krenzler. Number 11, Thor Cool. Number 12, Vance Borchers. Number 21, Brandon Dannenberg. Number 22, Bennett Yellowbird. Number 23, Michael Paulson. Number 32, Tyree Nave. Number 40, Justin Shaw. Starting for the Rough Riders at guard, a 5'11" senior, number 2, Tucker Large. At guard, a 6' senior, number 3, Tyler Feldkamp. At guard, a 6' sophomore, number 13, Taylon Ashley. Forward, a 6'5" junior, number 30, Marcus Phillips. And at center, a 6'6" senior, number 33, Trey Horner. Head coach for the Rough Riders, Mitch Begeman, assisted by Luke Hanneman, Dan Jensen, Chris Buckmiller, Trey Waltner, and Zach Fenceroy.
1
Now let's meet the team from the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights. Number 5, Matt Ain. Number 10, Radley Mooney. Number 13, Harry Huners. Number 22, Trey Heckenlabel. Number 23, Rush Landry. Number 24, Michael Shea. Number 30, Joe Lynch. Number 31, Emmanuel Struck. Number 35, Chad Ambrose. Number 50, John Costello. Starting for the Knights at guard, a 6'3" senior, number 3, Cade Moffett. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 4, Ben Renshaw. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 15, Reese Arbogast. At forward, a 6'6" junior, number 34, David Alpers. At forward, a 6'6" senior, number 44, Eddie Mailer. Head coach for O'Gorman, Derek Roby, assisted by Alex Roby, Tim Weidenbach, B.J. Keppen, Zach Cole, and Sam Jacobson. Your officials for tonight's game, Luke Lagner, Jeremy Grady, Levi Pearson. Good luck to both teams.
We are set to go with the championship.
Roosevelt won both regular season meetings. The first game of the year, 80-73, and then on January 7th, 68-48.
Tip is up, controlled by Alpers, and the Knights have the ball to start.
Riders go man-to-man in a near steal.
Reese Arbogast with the ball. Off it goes to Alpers. Alpers lost the handle to Mailer, to Moffett. Moffett shot up, no good. Rebound, Mailer back to the basket. Left hand, no. Rebound controlled by Tucker Large. Large looks to run. Gets it off on the right side. Feldkamp, 3, skips over the rim.
Feldkamp, 16 in the first round, 25 last night.
Weak side rebound by David Alpers. Coming the other way, blocked. A great block by Trey Horner. Feldkamp will try again. He likes that spot better. Roosevelt with the early lead.
Now they're going to go some pressure, and Roosevelt's really scrambling on defense, even in the half-court set.
Into the front court. Man-to-man defense now being played. Phillips covering Alpers. Blocked from behind, and then a foul on the second block.
See what that foul is on for Roosevelt. 2 players in the vicinity.
That's going to go on Phillips. Marcus Phillips will pick up the foul.
Yeah, he didn't score last night, and he was in foul trouble. He contributed in other ways. He had a good first game with 13 points.
Alpers, a 52% free throw shooter. David, 6'6", and a junior.
Got that one.
So O'Gorman is on the board. Into the front court, Tucker Large. He is the man that makes everything work for this Roosevelt team. And again, if you have not been watching, one of the strengths of this Roosevelt team is how balanced they are. The foul away from the ball is going to go on Dave Alpers.
His first, yeah. You look at Large at nearly 10 points a game. Feldkamp a little over 12. Ashley at 9. I mean, they just got a lot of balance.
Reese Arbogast into the front court. Gets it inside to Myler with the bucket. Eddie Myler with the basket. Large lost the handle on it.
Myler was big last night with 15 points and a whole bunch of free throws late for O'Gorman.
Off it goes to Phillips. The fake. The 3. Nope. Rebound tipped. And then a foul going to be whistled. That will go on Trey Horner.
Horner, his first. Can't really fault him. He was hustling after the basketball there. We could see a very frenetic pace defensively from both teams because both teams will go pretty deep on their respective benches.
Into the front court on the dribble. That's Ben Renshaw, the 5'11 senior. Pull-up jumper, front of the rim. Rebound. Pulled down by Horner.
Renshaw was big last night with 13 points in that thrilling win over Washington.
Lard gets it off to Phillips. He'll go outside to Ashley. Ashley, the pull-up jumper. No. His big brother, or his big sister, Shantiva, was a heck of a player for Roosevelt.
Yep.
And then Augustana. Almost stolen away. Moffitt sets up, puts it up short. Rebound pulled down by Ashley. Ashley cut off by Ben Renshaw. Good defense.
Yes, did a nice job of cutting him off.
Large.
We'll get some free throws.
Yep, the drive, and he is fouled. Foul going to go on Eddie Myler.
His first. Here comes Michael Paulson to the scorer's table for Roosevelt. A couple players are going to sub in a moment for O'Gorman.
Free throw, it's up and good. Paulson was huge last night for Sioux Falls Roosevelt.
14 points. He'll give Horner a break. Meanwhile, we've got, looks like Matt Ing into the game along with Joe Lynch. Ing has been consistent off the bench, 8.7 points in this tournament.
Joe Lynch had a terrific first day.
Absolutely. He had 13 points.
Not to mention a couple of blocks, several rebounds. Oh, pass too strong, and we step aside. Early going, Roosevelt and O'Gorman playing tight defense. We're back after this timeout on South Dakota Public Broadcasting. With Steve Toom, I'm Mike Henriksen. Roosevelt and O'Gorman, the 2021 AA Championship.
Both teams struggling from the floor early on. 1 of 7 for O'Gorman, 1 of 5 for Roosevelt.
Right side to Ashley with Phillips. Phillips working on Myler. Back to Ashley, working on Renshaw. Paulson, corner. Heel of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Feldkamp. Feldkamp will try again. That one's no good. Renshaw goes up. The rebound down to Large. No. Paulson, the putback. No. Large is just going to pull it back out and reset. Tried to get it inside. It's stripped away, and O'Gorman comes up with it. That was not a good offensive flurry for Roosevelt.
Yet they got several chances, and we're going to have a foul on Roosevelt as they almost got a steal.
That will go on Michael Paulson.
Only his first.
Roosevelt. Core Cool will check into the lineup.
See what they do on the inbounds play.
Renshaw for 3. That's too strong. Paulson the rebound. And we've got a hold on Paulson. Back-to-back whistles or fouls on Michael Paulson.
That could be critical for Roosevelt because Paulson's one of those guys that can play several different positions. He's going to have to come out.
Coming back in will be Trey Horner, the 6'6 senior.
Renshaw back in, Arbogast out for O'Gorman.
Inbound pass goes to Moffitt. The lob inside to Myler. Myler.
Body foul.
Yep, he was fouled by Trey Horner. So the bigs inside picking up some fouls.
Yep, second on Trey Horner, and that's going to get Brandon Dannenbring, the 6'1 senior, off the bench. And he's going to be matched up against Myler in the middle. Myler's going to get a break. Here comes Alpers. 1 of 9 for Roosevelt, 1 of 8 from the floor for O'Gorman. Slow start offensively for both teams.
Now switching up as Phillips goes to cover Alpers.
Yep.
Jump pass back. Moffitt, no. Tucker Large.
He gets about 4 rebounds a game.
Off to Cool, to Dannenbrink. Dannenbrink will back on Lynch, but the ball taken away by Ben Renshaw. Renshaw, he'll pull up for the 3. No. Rebound. We've got a foul whistle. That's going on Alpers.
That's his second. A lot of fouls piling up here against the interior players.
5 team fouls on each squad. We still have 3:21 to play here in this first quarter.
Free throws. Looks like it's going to be a factor in this contest.
A huge one.
Both teams are pretty even at the free throw line. 64% O'Gorman, 63% Roosevelt as a team.
Large to Feldkamp. Feldkamp working. Gets it back to Phillips. That's too strong. Goes up. And the rebound by Dannenbrink. Dannenbrink has it blocked by Lynch. And Dannenbrink will step to the free throw line.
Lynch gets his first foul for the Knights. And it has been a pretty physical contest so far.
Dannenbrink, just a 39% free throw shooter. I got to be honest with you, I don't know how many he's had, how many attempts he's had.
Not a whole lot on the year. Actually, 5 of 13 overall.
Okay, there you go. That one's no good.
Quickly, here come the Knights.
The other way, that's Matt Eng. Eng, the 6'1 sophomore. To Lynch. Myler couldn't do anything, and we've got a foul away from the ball.
Renshaw, I think. That's his first.
Ben Renshaw with an illegal screen away from the ball.
Well, we may get to the 1-1 in the first quarter.
I don't think there's much question we will.
My goodness.
Large feeds inside. Phillips with the left hand.
Nice. Nice feed.
Full court pressure by Roosevelt. Into the front court. Ben Renshaw controls. Gets it off to Lynch. To Moffitt. Moffitt backs his way in, puts it off glass, and scores it.
That was just willpower.
Again, Moffitt is, I use this term every time, he averages 13 points a game, but there's some guys that are shooters and there's some that are scorers. He finds ways to score. Dannenbrink had the rebound, lost it. Jump ball, ball on the floor. Alternating possession. The arrow belongs to Roosevelt.
What a scramble there. Again, cold shooting. O'Gorman is 2 of 11 by my count. 2 of 11 also for Roosevelt. So both teams under 20%.
We've seen situations during the tournament where someone comes out shooting badly and falls way behind. In this case, they are both shooting badly.
That was Tucker Large.
Large loves to take the ball to the basket. He'll get it into the front court. That's Cade Moffitt. Working his way to the basket. That's Myler. He'll put it up and score it.
He's got 4.
Pull up by Large. No. Rebound to Moffitt. The 3, too strong. Myler, the rebound. Puts it up. Heel of the rim, no. Lynch with the rebound. Kicks it back out. Renshaw, no. And the rebound controlled by Phillips. Renshaw with the steal.
Nice anticipation. Large knew he made a mistake. He's kind of talking to himself as he has to settle in and play defense.
Drive by Moffitt. Phillips the rebound.
That's Vance Borchers into the game, number 12 for Roosevelt. Phillips thought about pulling the trigger.
Dannenbring on the low block. Dannenbring, a little floater, puts it up over Lynch. No good. Let's see if O'Gorman goes for one. I'm betting they will.
Yep. They're in no hurry here.
I've known Derek Roby for a couple of years.
If he could kill 2.5 minutes of clock
He
in the quarter,
could.
he would.
Yep. Now it goes to Moffitt. You see the time. Screen up top. Good job by Borchers getting through it. The long three, no good, and that's where we end. Riders on top of the Knights. The state championship in the balance. We're back after this timeout on South Dakota Public Broadcasting. With Steve Toom, I'm Mike Henriksen. A battle at 41st Street in Sioux Falls. Roosevelt with the early lead. Into the front court comes Arbogast.
Tough defense being played by both teams. Both teams have only made 3 field goals in the first quarter.
Paulson back in despite the 2 early fouls. There's a great move by Eddie Myler.
That gives him 6 points.
Ashley goes off to Horner.
Horner's out there with 2 fouls.
Ashley, the drive. Puts it up. Got it to fall.
Boy, that's the shooter's touch there.
Talon Ashley, 6 foot and just a sophomore.
And he averages over 9 points a game.
Inside, Myler puts it up awkwardly. Goes out of bounds, and it will belong to Roosevelt.
Roosevelt doing their best to clog up the middle. They got to be physical without committing fouls, and that time they did. Paulson's out there with 2 fouls.
Good look at Mitch Begeman. Mitch is a graduate of O'Gorman High School. His dad, Mike, was an outstanding coach with that program for years. When he stepped down, it was Mitch Begeman Derek Roby that took over.
A foul on the rebound. I think this is going to be on O'Gorman.
It's going to go on Moffitt, number 3.
And
that is his first
yep.
personal.
Yep.
Didn't mean to mislead with number 3. That's his number, is 3. Oh, my goodness. Tyler Feldkamp worked his way through a screen, was able to keep the ball alive. Tip it out to Paulson. Ashley puts it up, and another rebound for Myler.
Arbogast.
Travel.
Yep. That was good defense by Phillips. Here comes Large in, and he'll spell, I think it's Horner.
Yep.
So we got a smaller lineup out there for Roosevelt.
Joe Lynch will check into the lineup for O'Gorman, and Myler will get a seat.
Lynch has been impressive. He didn't score a whole lot last night, but he played a really good game nonetheless, gave him a ton of valuable minutes.
Large to Paulson, working the perimeter. Ashley. Large tries to spin. Good defense by Ben Renshaw.
Yeah. Renshaw was just right with him the whole time. Here comes Matt Ing into the game. Arbogast gets a break, and Myler wasn't on the bench very long. Now Alpers gets a break. Roosevelt 4 of 16 from the floor. Or 4 of 18 rather. O'Gorman 4 of 19 from the floor. O'Gorman yet to hit a tray on 8 attempts. Roosevelt 1 of 8. We had a lot of offense in the most of our early games today. This championship game, it's a defensive struggle.
You just had a feeling this was how it was going to be. Both teams, again, so familiar with each other. Ball knocked around. It will belong to the Rough Riders. Yeah, back to Mitch Begeman. His dad, Mike, still helps out with the practices on a regular basis. If you have that basketball knowledge at your disposal, you better use it. That's very smart of Mitch.
Boy, nothing falling for Feldkamp tonight. He made his first shot. Hasn't hit anything since.
Into the front court. Moffitt now covered by Feldkamp. Paulson helps over on him. They'll drop it to Myler. Stolen by Large. Large to the basket. No, but he's fouled.
And he's helped out by Renshaw. Good sportsmanship there.
A couple of 5'11" seniors set to check in for Roosevelt as Vance Borchers back in.
Looks like he might give Paulson a break as he's winding his way close to the scorer's table.
Two-shot foul. That's no good.
Arbogast in, Renshaw out for the Knights.
Large just a 60% free throw shooter on the year.
Now, the free throw shooting for all the teams in this tournament hasn't been the best.
No. Myler with the rebound.
Staying man-to-man are the Rough Riders.
Lynch goes and gets it. Down inside to Myler. He's going to work on Phillips. Puts it up. Too strong. Phillips keeps it alive. Lynch elevates. Moffitt. They'll work the perimeter. The three up. No good. Oh, my heavens. There is just a struggle to shoot the ball. 10-9. Riders on top. We're back to Barnett Arena at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center in Rapid City after this timeout on STPB. Points are at a premium. Pass to Lynch. He'll miss. And Cool with the rebound.
Good box out by Roosevelt. Boy, both teams struggling. Only 4 field goals for each squad. Gorman now 4 of 23, 4 of 19 for Roosevelt.
Work the perimeter to Cool. Cool gets it into Phillips. He'll face up. Lost the handle. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to belong to O'Gorman.
Well, Derek Roby was there to help the referee, but that was a pretty obvious call. But Coach will get the assist on the call.
It was 8-7 at the end of one.
Let's see if some pressure can make a difference, but both teams doing a pretty good job of breaking it.
Both these teams are very effective at turning their defense into offense, coming up with steals and runouts. However, neither team has really had that opportunity. Moffitt to the basket. Won't get it to go. Large ahead to Feldkamp, but O'Gorman is back quickly. Feldkamp tries the three. That one he hits.
That gives him 6. And now here comes the pressure by the Rough Riders.
Riders with their biggest lead. That was very close to over and back. The three to answer. No. Phillips. And he's fouled by Myler. Myler helps him up. It was, of course, inadvertent. Phillips with the strong rebound.
Second foul on Eddie Myler.
Myler will check out. And checking back in is David Alpers.
He's out there with 2 fouls. And a lot of time left until halftime.
Marcus Phillips, excuse me. Kevin is the PA announcer. Marcus Phillips, 66% free throw shooter. You may remember he is best known as being the outstanding pitcher on the Little League baseball team that made it to the Little League World Series from Sioux Falls a few years ago. He is all grown up now, though.
And he's still growing.
Yep. Free throw is no good yet again. Alpers. Bounce pass to Lynch. Back it goes to Arbogast. Goes out of bounds. Lynch goes over top of Cool.
Just trying to go for the basketball. No foul. Out of bounds to Roosevelt. Mention O'Gorman champions in 2006, 2007, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2017. Runner-up in 2019.
Phillips, baseline. Faces up on Alberts. And we've got a traveling violation.
No, they got a foul.
Oh, foul. Illegal screen on Cool, away from the ball. The 6'4" senior will commit the foul.
And that's his first. And I think we're going to take a walk down to the... No, we won't. That's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
But it is the 17th foul on Roosevelt. You know, it took a lot longer to get to the 1-and-1 than I thought we were going to go the way we were going in that first quarter.
Arbogast gives it up, and Renshaw brings it into the front court. Back to Reese Arbogast, 5'10" and a senior. Arbogast.
He's directing traffic now.
There's Alpers. High-low game. We've got a hold, I believe. Yep, that's going to go on Borchers, I would guess.
Yep, that's his second.
Vance Borchers, the 6'3" junior. And it is 1-1. Joe Lynch stepped to the free throw line. Joe, a 50% free throw shooter.
Michael Shea, number 24, in for O'Gorman. He'll replace Matt Eng. And here comes Ashley to the free throw line, or to the scorer's table, rather. And he's going to replace Borchers.
By the way, I just got a note, and I'm guessing this has been confirmed. If not, I'm going to report it anyway. Wonderful news that we'll get this free throw first. Wonderful news, in my opinion anyway, that Talon Ashley's big sister, Shantiva, we were talking about her.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to be the first head coach at the new Sioux Falls Jefferson School.
Outstanding.
I love that.
Yep, they're coming online this fall, correct?
Yep.
Made them both.
Nice job.
The Cavaliers, I believe.
Yep.
And green and gold, their colors.
Yes.
Well, it's the only colors not taken by any of those Sioux Falls schools, so why not?
Of course, Chad Statham, the athletic director over there. Pull up by Ashley.
No.
Lynch.
That was a good rebound.
Boy, he can just elevate so well. Moffitt to the trailer. Now they'll try to hand it off to Alpers. Taken away by Phillips.
Sometimes guys get open on that baseline and they almost run themselves out of bounds. They have to pass the ball and they end up making a bad pass.
Shot put up, no good by Tyler Feldkamp.
Good box out by Alpers. Here's Lynch.
Lynch covered by Cool, rises up, no good, and the rebound on the weak side. Feldkamp looks to run.
Well, he lost the handle momentarily. It cost him a possible transition bucket.
Back to Large, and we've got a foul. That's going to be whistled on the drive.
It's going to be on Shea, his first.
So Tucker Large will step to the free throw line. As we say, just a 60% free throw shooter. Back into the lineup is Ben Renshaw for O'Gorman.
Yep, he'll replace Shea. Large, 1 of 3 tonight at the charity stripe. That was the 19th foul on O'Gorman. 18 fouls, by the way, on Roosevelt. Myler in, Alpers out for O'Gorman. Now it's a 4-point edge.
Moffitt to Lynch.
Nice job of breaking the press by O'Gorman.
Back it goes. Arbogast to Lynch. Arbogast covered by Ashley. The three on the wing, front of the rim. Rebound to Feldkamp. Feldkamp off glass, score it.
Nice shot. He's got 8.
Tyler Feldkamp, the biggest lead of the night now. O'Gorman They don't mind being behind, though.
They were behind by a bunch.
Last night, midway through the fourth quarter. Large with the rebound.
Well, it's been a tough night shooting for Cade Moffitt so far.
Cool, 3. No good. Just a couple inches too strong. And now O'Gorman will go for the final shot.
We've had, 10 combined field goals made between the two teams in this first half.
On the dribble, that's Ben Renshaw. Renshaw, the senior, gets a high screen from Myler. He'll pull up, take the 3. No. Phillips the rebound, and Myler commits the foul. Is that number 3 on Myler?
Correct. That's going to bring John Costello, the 6'5 junior, to the scorer's table. But that's a big foul against O'Gorman with their starting center with 3. And he's their top scorer at 6 points.
Marcus Phillips, a 66% free throw shooter. Luke Langer over next to Myler, explaining why he called what he did. Free throw is up and good. It is double bonus, so he shoots 2. (18-11).
Goal for Phillips. He'll check out. Dannenbring comes in to replace him for the final 5.3 seconds.
Again, don't want to commit a silly foul here. Abergast into the front court. Tips it back. Feldkamp.
Oh, it would not have counted, but that was pretty close.
Well, it wasn't one for the offensive time machine.
Nope.
But the Riders with an 8-point lead. They outscore O'Gorman 11-4 in that second period. We're back with the halftime after this timeout on South Dakota Public Broadcasting. With Steve Toom from South Dakota Public Broadcasting, I'm Mike Henriksen from Calling All Sports and the South Dakota Sports History Show. At halftime, Roosevelt on top, 19-11.
Yeah, let's check out some of the stats here. And yeah, if you like offense, well, this isn't your game because Roosevelt 6 of 24 in the first half, 25%. They're 2 of 11 from three-point land and 5 of 11 at the free throw line. Meanwhile, for O'Gorman, cold shooting, 4 of 30 for 13%. And they've made 3 of 4 free throws, but they are 0 of 13 from beyond the arc. The rebounding battle being won by Roosevelt, 26-21. Turnovers dead even at 6. And checking the individual scoring, it's for Roosevelt, it's Tyler Feldkamp leading the way with 8 and Tucker Large 5. Phillips has 4, Ashley has 2. Meanwhile, 4 players have scored for O'Gorman. Eddie Myler with 6, 2 each for Joe Lynch and Cade Moffitt, and 1 for David Alpers. And yeah, just 4 points for O'Gorman in that second period of play, and 11 total in this particular contest. And I got to tell you what, it's been a tough shooting half for both times. But I think Roosevelt's kind of they're making some more plays on the floor, and that's they're getting there. I think they're getting the more 50-50 balls.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. They are getting to the rack as well. They have had just a couple of runouts, not nearly as many as they would like, and frankly, on a few of them, they haven't been able to convert. The last field goal was Sioux Falls O'Gorman was at the 7:42 mark, and the Sioux Falls Roosevelt at the 1:05. So Sioux Falls O'Gorman scored quickly in that second period, but hasn't scored a field goal since that time. Roosevelt, there has been one time that the score was tied, and the lead has changed 2 times as well. So it has been anything but pretty. We've got a story. One of the things we like to do here at South Dakota Public Television is to tell stories. And whether that's online or on air or whatever the case may be, it takes an awful lot of work to bring you 3 tournaments from 3 different locations on 2 successive weekends. And we oftentimes rely on students to do that for us. Well, back in 2009, we were broadcasting live in Aberdeen. That was what was on SDPB1. And the team manager from Phillips, South Dakota, came to the production folks at SDPB and said, you know, I'm really interested in media and I would like to get a little practical experience. He said, I don't, you know, there's not a lot going on with classes at Phillip. He said, do you mind if I run the camera for you? And of course, South Dakota Public Broadcasting was delighted for the student volunteer. And so not only that, he volunteered for us a few more times during the course of his high school career. Flash forward to 2021 in Rapid City, South Dakota. And that young student manager from Phillips, South Dakota is directing our statewide broadcast and worldwide broadcast online of our games here at the AA. Colton Nicholson, it has been an absolute joy. He went into the media and video production now at Black Hill State. And Colton, you have done a terrific job with us this weekend. It has absolutely been a delight, and we are more than happy to share that story with the world as well.
And thank you very much, Colton. And it's good to see a Black Hill State guy at the controls here in Rapid City. Hey, in a moment, we're going to have the presentation of the Spirit of Sioux Award as the teams are going to make their way out of the locker room. Roosevelt is on the court at the moment, just waiting for O'Gorman to come out of the locker room. Anyway, welcome those of you who are watching the A tournament. Sioux Falls Christian over Sioux Valley, 84-50. And from the B tournament, a final, DeSmet over Aberdeen Central, 59-43. We're about ready to go with the presentation of the Spirit of Sioux Award, and we're turning it over to Kevin Phillips.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to direct your attention to the center of the floor for the presentation of the Spirit of Sioux Award. The Spirit of Sioux Award was created as a memorial for Sue Ann Big Crow. She was best known for her accomplishments on the basketball court, but academic achievement and community involvement were equally important to her. The Spirit of Sioux Award is given to an outstanding high school athlete participating in this tournament who not only shares Sue Ann's dreams and drive for academic and athletic excellence, but also strives to make life better for others through community service. The players judged in the categories of outstanding athletic ability, leadership, character, sportsmanship, and grade point average. The beautiful colors of the quilt are symbolic of the 4 races of people. Sue Ann had a dream that all races could complement each other and live in harmony, thus making the world as beautiful as the quilt we award tonight. Presenting the Spirit of Sioux Award are Officers Coates and Holt of the Fraternal Order of Police, and Pigeon Big Crow, Kevin Jack, and Sean Keith from the Visions of Sue Ann Big Crow, Inc. This year's Spirit of Sioux Award goes to Matthew Moores, Yankton.
Congratulations to Matthew Moores. A reminder that there will not be a Spirit of 6 award given out this year. And we are going to tip off the second half when we come back. You're watching the Boys AA Championships. If you've got some points to lend us, we're open to it. Back after this timeout. It is the final state championship game for High School Activities Association here at the Barnett Arena in the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. This facility has hosted so many incredible events and so many great memories. We are delighted to be here to bring you the last half. Of course, next year they move into the monument. It has meant a lot to me to personally do the last one in the arena, the Sioux Falls Arena, to help christen the Premier Center. Last week, we were able to be the first ones to do games from the Sanford Pentagon. Now we are doing the last one from Barnett Arena. And again, so many games and so many memories here.
I mean, not just basketball games and other events. I've seen many a concert in here. The one that springs to mind, I got to see Van Halen in here back in 1986. And, you know, Eddie Van Halen passed away last year. And, boy, that just immediately I thought of that concert I saw in this arena. I've seen so many great events in here, and it'll still be here.
Right.
But the main events will be over in the monument when that opens up.
This will be a great tool that they will continue to use.
Yep, this building will still serve a purpose.
Feldkamp feeds off on the left side. Shot put up, no good. Horner can't get it to go, and Myler with the rebound.
Well, if you want to see an emblematic thing of what's happening offensively for both teams, that last play was it. Great execution and open look, just fell off the rim.
Out top, that's Reese Abergast. Abergast,
Nice
pass
steal.
stolen away by Feldkamp. Tyler Feldkamp. He'll pull up in transition. That's what Tyler Feldkamp does.
He's got 11.
Roosevelt doubling up O'Gorman early in the third period.
And Gorman's just got to find something on offense.
They found something last night. It was late, but it was enough. Cade Moffitt. Keaton's a big brother. Cade Moffitt with the bucket.
That's Phillips.
Phillips with the bucket.
O'Gorman needs an answer.
Into the front court. Ben Renshaw on the dribble. Off it goes to David Alpers. To Eddie Myler.
Nice
Great
pass.
feed inside. Moffitt with the bucket.
If Moffitt can get going, O'Gorman can climb their way back into this one.
Screened by Phillips. Tucker Large. Up and good.
3 quick field goals right away by the Rough Riders.
Moffitt goes in the corner. Back to Moffitt. To Alberts. Shot wide left. Rebound pulled down by Talon Ashley. Talon, the sophomore, into the front court. Back out top to Tucker Large. The 5'11 senior is what makes this offense go for Roosevelt. Off to Phillips for 3.
Oh, my. That was nothing but net.
That could not have possibly been more pure.
Indeed.
30 to 15, and again, doubling up the Knights. Moffitt tries to answer the other way and does. He'll draw the foul. The foul is going to go on Trey Horner.
Yep, and that will be number 3 on the big man for Roosevelt.
Cade Moffitt will step to the free throw line, trying to complete the three-point play. Michael Paulson, the 6'3 senior, will come in for him.
You look at Coach Begeman here giving some advice to his big man.
Into the front court comes Feldkamp. Feldkamp with the left hand. Gets the screen from Phillips. Pulls up for three. Got it!
He's feeling it.
Oh, my heavens. It's a barrage by Roosevelt.
Well, this half is definitely a change of pace from last half.
That shot no good by Myler. Here come the Rough Riders. Large to the basket. No. Myler, the defensive rebound.
Boy, that one would have brought the house down if that would have gone in. Riders fans were ready to explode. And we got a timeout called by O'Gorman.
Derek Roby will call the timeout.
He's got to break up this momentum that's on the side of Roosevelt right now.
Derek Roby, the Mitchell native who played for Gary Munson and has carved a wonderful career of his own. Coaching first up in Aberdeen and then great success at O'Gorman with the Knights. Mitch Begeman, his first year he took over, Roosevelt won one game, and that was late in the year. Mitch, the son of a coach. Mike was a heck of a player, of course, at Parker, South Dakota. Mike, not able to win a title as a player. Did not win a title as a coach either. Had a wonderful career, but did not win that title. Can Mitch get the championship for the Begeman family? Into the front court. Three-pointer in the corner. That's up and good. Reese Arbogast.
Oh, that was Matt Eng, number 5.
Was it Eng?
Yep,
Okay.
number 5.
5 instead of 15. Large. Drives. Fouled. And will step aside.
That'll be a foul on Renshaw.
Roosevelt on top of O'Gorman, but the offenses are heating up. It was 19-11 at halftime. We're back to the Barnett Center after this timeout on South Dakota Public Broadcasting. There you see the Roosevelt student section.
Well, they got something to cheer about here because their team has woken up offensively.
Large to Feldkamp. Back to Large. Man-to-man defense. Not much movement by Roosevelt. It was kind of tough to tell there for a minute. Michael Paulson, who had a huge game last night.
And he's been in foul trouble here, so limited action for him.
Turn around. Feldkamp score it over Moffitt.
He elevates so well in the low post for a guy who's not really all that tall.
Moffitt off to Alpers with the left hand. And here's the thing, Steve, the second half, it seems like O'Gorman has had to grind for everything. Cool will be called for the traveling violation. Whereas Roosevelt has come down and started raining in some threes.
Yeah, when this Roosevelt team, when they start flying up and down the court, when they get into that rhythm, they can go on that 15-1 or 18-2 run.
We've seen some teams, other teams like that in this tournament. Into the front court, Reese Arbogast, the 5'10 senior, and we're going to have a foul whistled on Tyler Feldkamp.
That's only his first.
The fouls were piling up in the first quarter.
Slowed down a little bit in the second. And so far, not a whole lot of fouls. 3 combined fouls here in quarter number 3.
Again, that's the adjustments that everybody makes defensively.
There's a long 3.
Left side, no good, and the rebound by Paulson. Paulson goes to Large. Large up ahead to Cool. Cool travel.
Yep, just going a little. He had to run a long way to get that pass.
Yep. Yes, very athletic move by the 6'4 senior. Just couldn't quite get in control.
That, and I think his foot was on the end line as well, so it would either been travel or out of bounds.
Pressure by the Riders. Cade Moffitt. Arbogast.
Roosevelt's challenging practically every pass. They have been very active defensively.
They set the screen, the 3 on the way, up no good, and the rebound by Paulson.
Paulson has just provided so many big minutes coming off the bench tonight, getting rebounds, scoring points, making sharp passes.
It goes to Feldkamp. Feldkamp inside to Cool. Cool up and scoring.
His first points of the night.
37-20. 17-point lead. Arbogast. Alpers backs down Phillips. Can't get it. Got the rebound, and he is fouled by Phillips on the rebound.
Yep. Offensive rebound there.
Again, if you're just joining us, been watching other championships, Marcus Phillips was the pitcher on that Little League team that made the Little League World Series from Sioux Falls a few years ago, but he has grown up plenty. Now, granted, he was good size then, too, but pull-up jumper, baseline, good. Nice fake by Ben Renshaw.
Believe it or not, that's his first points of the night. He had 13 last night, was a key player offensively for O'Gorman, but he's been held in check tonight.
Cool, inside, Phillips, the pump, got Myler, and one.
Pure strength by Marcus Phillips. Alpers got his third.
And for Myler,
that was Myler's fourth.
It was Myler's fourth.
Yep. Alpers has to replace him. That's a key loss for O'Gorman.
Joe Lynch back into the ball game also. It's hard to be much more O'Gorman than Joe Lynch. His dad was an outstanding player there and now has been a longtime coach for the football team. Free throw is good. An 18-point lead. There were a couple of things we did not see coming today. This was one of them.
Moffitt ran into a brick wall, and I think they got an offensive foul on one of the nights. Might be on Lynch. No.
That's going on Alpers. So the big men, both in serious foul trouble for O'Gorman.
Yep, Alpers with 3. And Myler on the bench with 4, and here comes John Costello in.
John, the 6'5" junior. There's a look at Derek Roby.
He's going to have to pull a few strings here, get his team back into this contest, down by 18, and his offense really struggling.
Cool on the dribble, goes back to Ashley. Ashley to Phillips. Phillips, no. Nice rebound by Lynch. Lynch with the elevation. Coming the other way, Ben Renshaw. Pull-up jumper. Front of the rim, no. Cool. Goes up, but then thrown away. Moffitt with the basket. Blocked by Cool, but a foul. Cool got ball up high, but he had his left hand on Moffitt. And so Cade Moffitt, whose big brother played at University of Sioux Falls and then transferred up to South Dakota State University, and had a nice career with the Jackrabbits.
Moffitt's got 9.
Back in for Roosevelt is Vance Borchers. The 6'3" junior will check in. Cool takes the seat.
Moffitt, top scorer with 9 points. See if he can be the first night into double figures. And he can.
Gets that one to nestle in.
Well, O'Gorman was down by a bunch last night, managed to come back and win, but they're really going to have to dig deep, and they've got to get some defensive stops. And for Roosevelt, they can take their time running in the half court.
Tucker Large, what a feed to Phillips. He couldn't finish.
Oh, he wants that one back.
Floater. Lynch tried to get the rebound. Instead, Paulson comes out with it on the run. To Ashley for 3. Yes!
Paulson was looking at him the whole way down out of the corner of his eye, and Ashley went right to the spot he wanted to get to.
Big sister Shantiva Ashley would be proud. There's a kick by Paulson.
And everything has gone right in this quarter for Roosevelt.
Checking back in is Ben Renshaw. Renshaw comes in. Arbogast will take a seat. A pair of 5'11" seniors for one another. And it goes to Matt Ing. Ing back out to Moffitt. Moffitt, the drive, the step through and off glass. Good move. Cade Moffitt.
He has been most of the offense tonight for the Knights. Large in traffic. And Renshaw gets a rebound.
And Large commits the foul.
But that's only his first.
That is the 5th team foul, however, on Roosevelt. Once it gets to 7 team fouls, so Gorman will be shooting the 1-and-1. Here comes Renshaw. He launches.
Oh, it was in and out.
Wow. I thought that was good. It was right on our angle, and I thought that was in. 43-26. Can O'Gorman mount a comeback? We'll find out after this timeout on South Dakota Public Broadcasting. It was 8-7 at the end of one. It was 19-11. Roosevelt on top at halftime. An offensive explosion by Roosevelt in the third period. O'Gorman more than doubled their total points. But Roosevelt just kind of went crazy.
They more than doubled theirs as well.
Yes.
From 19 to 43.
Jumper on the way, no good. Rebound, who's that going against? Both guys are in foul trouble.
And that's against Roosevelt.
Yep, that is going to go on Trey Horner.
And that's his 4th.
A pair of 6'6" senior centers. I wonder over the course, by the time you're counting youth basketball and middle school and under varsity, how many times have those guys played each other?
Arbogast can't find the range, but Renshaw the long rebound.
Arbogast, he'll try the 3. That's wide left. And Phillips will corral it.
Boy, Large isn't slowing down.
Nice defense by Alpers. The putback by Feldkamp, no good. Coming the other way, that's Renshaw. Gets it inside to Myler. Myler can't score it, but he's fouled. And that's going to go on Trey Horner.
And I think that's number 5 for him. Exits the game without scoring a point tonight. He was in foul trouble pretty much all night.
So Trey Horner will wrap up his high school career this evening.
Well, Myler was big for him last night at the free throw line. And that's a 17 foul, by the way, on the night or on Roosevelt.
Yeah, O'Gorman hit some big free throws down the stretch.
They're going to get the opportunity for the rest of the game. He's got 8 points.
Into the front court, Tucker Large, 5'11" and a senior. On the left-handed dribble, uses the screen from Phillips.
Well, Gorman, you just got to think, let's cut it to single digits.
Oh, what a play by Tyler Feldkamp.
He's got 18. Moffitt was out of control and traveled. You look at Coach Roby here. Star player getting a little out of control on that drive. Well, Gorman needs some defensive stops, and they need to execute on offense. Meanwhile, for Roosevelt, they can take their time, run the half court, but you don't want to pull the plug if you're Roosevelt.
No, they're still going to go ahead, and Alpers will commit the foul. That's going to be number 4 on him.
That is bad news for the Knights. Both of their starting big men with 4 fouls, and that brings Joe Lynch off the bench.
Derek Roby told us after the win on Thursday night that they really started playing well once he figured out he could have both of his bigs in the game at the same time. This is a team that was 6-6 at one time.
Yep. Their last loss was to Harrisburg back on Groundhog's Day.
Myler. Arbogast.
Great defense there by Large.
Back to Moffitt, the pump.
Oh.
Phillips got him.
Yep.
He got a little ball, but he got a little hand as well.
Yep.
Enough to change the shot, so stepping up to the free throw line, shooting 3 is Cade Moffitt.
18 foul on the Rough Riders. And that hurts the O'Gorman cause.
Every point precious at this juncture for O'Gorman. Got that one. Good pull within 15.
Arbogast out, Shea in, and now Phillips is going to get a break, and Dannenbrink comes in for the Rough Riders.
Got that one.
He's got 14, which is right about his season average.
O'Gorman within 15. It was about this point last night they started making a run. Do they have enough left in them? Paulson puts it up. No, we've got a foul whistle, and that's going on Joe Lynch.
Nope. Myler.
Oh, is it Myler?
Yep. And that is his 5th.
Eddie Myler, 6'6" senior, wraps up his...
And good sportsmanship there. Good sportsmanship.
Again, the kids at Roosevelt and the kids at O'Gorman know each other. Again, they've been playing against each other for just about ever.
In a lot of sports, too.
Exactly, yeah.
We've got Ing in for Shea for the Knights. Myler, by the way, finishes the night with 8 points.
Michael Paulson. He's been a Swiss Army knife. Free throw is perfect.
Believe it or not, that's his first point of the night.
He's 55%. He has served them well during the entire tournament.
14 last night.
Play some defense, score you some points. That one misses.
Gets you some rebounds,
Yep.
boxes out.
Alpers with the rebound. Lynch.
Oh.
Ball goes through the hands of Ing, and we've got a foul whistle.
Ashley, that's only his first, but it is free throws for the Knights. And we're going to get Bradley Mooney coming in, the 5'8" sophomore. Oh, but first, here, does he get to come in now? No, he's
Nope. Got to wait because it's a 2-shot foul. Or no,
Oh, no,
it is
a
1-1. Yep, there we go.
So Mooney's going to come in and replace Renshaw. Remember, Renshaw's got 3 fouls, so got to figure Mooney is going to be out there to play some defense. Boy, just heartbreak.
Ball will stay with the O'Gorman Knights. Last touch by Feldkamp. Lynch set to inbound. He'll find Ing. Ing uses the screen, pull-up jumper, buries it. And a timeout, Derek Roby.
Yep, that was a 2-pointer by Ing, who's got 5 points.
A 14-point lead for O'Gorman. It has been as high as 19. It was 43-24. A little mini run here by the O'Gorman Knights.
Roosevelt, their last championship was in 2014. They also won a championship in 2000 in boys basketball.
By the way, head coach Mitch Begeman, as we said, the first year, he won 1 game. Meanwhile, one of his assistants, Luke Hanneman. Luke is a graduate of Sioux Falls Lincoln. He was on that undefeated 2009 championship team for the Patriots.
That was a pretty solid team.
That was fun. That was a heck of a squad. Roosevelt gets the ball in. Tucker Large will control it and walk it into the front court. He's met out at midcourt by Michael Shea. Off to Paulson and back to Ashley.
For O'Gorman, you kind of wonder if they're going to have to start taking some chances.
Oh, Large with the drive and the finish with the left hand.
Well, Large wasn't even going to let him take any chances there. He took it right to the basket.
The jump pass goes over to Michael Shea.
Oh, he got out of control.
Ball lost out of bounds.
Yep.
Roosevelt going with their smallest lineup that we have seen the entire tournament.
And this is probably one of the reasons why the press coming now.
Yep, ball handling.
High speed. That's what you want on the court for Roosevelt.
And Ashley is fouled. That's going to go on Ing. Ing, 6'1" and a sophomore. And Ashley and Ing have probably been seeing each other since about third grade.
Yep, and they've both got 2 more years left.
Dannebring. Better get some help. Finally finds Ashley. Back it goes to Large. Large sets the screen for Feldkamp. He'll put it up over Shea. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by Moffitt. Moffitt into the front court, and that ball sailed on him. Maybe it's the higher elevation, but we're taking a timeout. It's a 16-point lead for the Riders back after this timeout on SDPB. With Steve Toom, I'm Mike Henriksen. The final 4:42 of the 2021 basketball season. The season that many people wondered whether we would ever achieve.
Oh, behind the back, but it's blocked. Alpers throws it down court, but nobody was there.
That's all right. The block was worth it to him. That was a pretty fast break.
And a behind-the-back pass that almost resulted in a bucket.
But
Alpers blocked it.
And again, no replay capability this weekend. We've got a blocking foul that's going to go on Matt Ing.
His second.
But we were able to put together everything we possibly could to try to bring you as good of a broadcast as we could. We would encourage you to go to sdpb.org and click on donate. Even if you just donated the price of a couple of tickets, that would be a big help because we need all the team members that we can get, and we appreciate your support. Without your support, these 3 tournaments per weekend for 2 weeks in a row plainly and simply don't happen. sdpb.org, donate.
And even if you're not a sports fan, that provides for all the music programs, the history programs, the science programs, the great variety we have at South Dakota Public Broadcasting. All those cooking shows.
Exactly.
Dude, that's 7 points for Ashley tonight.
Coming the other way is Ing. Shot up, too strong, and the rebound controlled by Tucker Large.
He's still in attack mode.
That's how Roosevelt plays. They love this frantic pace.
Oh, nice save by Ing. Moffitt, he put his shoulder down, but he's going to draw the foul as the defender really was out of position. That's Ashley. That's only his second.
Over the limit, though, so every foul, shooting or not, is a 2-shot foul for O'Gorman. Once you hit 10 fouls, the opposing team shoots 2 each time.
Didn't always used to be that way.
No? Nope, there's a lot of things that have changed through the course of the years.
I just remember seeing that documentary on North Carolina State. You know, they employed, fouling the other team and on their title run.
Yep.
Back in 1983.
Survive and advance.
Yep. That's what you have to do in March. And here's a breakout play. Oh, missed it, but Large is going to bring it back out. His coaches were saying, hey, let's slow it down.
Paulson kept it alive.
Yep. And Feldkamp looked over at Coach Beckham and he said, slow it down. Let's bring some clock. Oh, what a move. Oh, but the pass ended up in the hands of Moffitt.
Moffitt lost the handle for a moment. The three boils around, won't fall, put back Moffitt. And a timeout by Derek Roby. Say, Steve, while we've got a minute, I want to take a moment and thank the folks at South Dakota Public Broadcasting. Of course, normally Craig Maddock and I are on Channel 1. They allowed me to choose which tournaments I felt most comfortable covering based on my COVID comfort level.
Yep.
And I am delighted with the fact that we could continue to keep that relationship. I am very, very happy with it. I'm looking forward to working with Craig again next year. We are scheduled to do the Class A tournament for the boys, and that tournament is scheduled at the new monument. So we're looking forward to saying goodbye to this arena, and next year we will christen the monument when it comes to basketball state tournaments. But again, thank you to the folks at management for working that out for me. And it's been fun working with you.
I was just about to say, Mike, it's been a few years since we've been behind the microphones together, but I tell you what, this has been fun, not just last week at the Pentagon in Sioux Falls, but here as well. Always fun working with you. I have a lot of fun, and we've had a lot of good games over the last couple of weeks, and let's make sure this isn't the last time.
Exactly. Roosevelt with the lead in the basketball. And a foul. And Tucker Large is going to the free throw line.
17 foul on O'Gorman.
Now, I have known Derek Roby, again, as I say, quite a while, and have watched him coach quite a while. I think that if you are looking for this game to be done quickly in real time, you are mistaken.
Well, that was the 18th foul. I want to correct myself on O'Gorman. Still the 1-and-1, but Coach Roby has coached long enough. He's been victim of comebacks, and he's had a few teams come back from deficits like this with this much time left. I don't think Mitch Bilderman doesn't know that.
Right. Free throw is good. Yes, this is going to play out at the free throw line. You mentioned it way back in the second period that would probably be the case. No good. Lynch with the rebound. Off to Moffitt. Moffitt comes the other way.
What Roosevelt wants to do is make
offensive foul.
They're going to make O'Gorman earn every single point, and Moffitt, trying to make something happen, collects his second personal foul.
Shea will come back in. Eng will come out.
Yep, Eng has 3 personal fouls.
Right.
They want to save him because he's a long-distance shooter.
Trading offense for defense.
That was a great play by Phillips. Tell you what, this Roosevelt team, with what they do, they're very unselfish. They make a lot of the extra passes. They set up their teammates. And here comes Phillips. Will he dunk it? With authority.
In the corner, Shea skips over the rim. Phillips the rebound.
And that's Moffitt, I think, that fouled him on the rebound.
Yep. And Phillips will march to the other end.
So Marcus got his highlight moment there, and that wasn't an excuse me dunk.
No. We've seen some dandies in this tournament.
Yep. Was it Qual last night that had that windmill, but he took the extra step?
Yep, took the extra step. Acott had a couple of great ones for Washington.
Mm-hmm. Still stuck on 15 points. So now we bring in Alpers and Ing for the Knights.
Yep, back to the players that are better at offense.
He's got 16.
Want to thank Jane Kramer for being our hostess out here. She is one of the events coordinators here at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. She got the award from the High School Activities Association last night. Paulson the other way, and
he got hit in the
Paulson got
face.
smacked.
Yeah, he got hit in the face as he got the layup. Foul on O'Gorman. And got his fourth. Oh, he's blinking his eyes, trying to gather himself.
Who was it the other night we saw that took one to the face?
Well, that was Matthew Morris.
Oh, yeah, Matthew Morris.
Yeah.
How quickly we forget.
Who was that guy?
Yeah.
Did he play?
Yeah.
Who was it for?
The three-point play, Michael Paulson.
And another missed shot, another missed three.
And
Feldkamp, he's going to be fouled.
they will march to the other end. Tyler Feldkamp, the senior, has 18 points on the night.
16 in the opening round, 25 last night, and he has been sensational again tonight. If he makes the next one, it will be 20, and here comes some reserves in.
Harry Huners will check into the lineup.
John Costello. And Alpers is checking out.
He's getting the hug from the coach. I think that Derek Roby may be conceding with the 22-point lead and 2.5 minutes to play. If they could have made one more spurt, get a couple of stops and a couple of misses at the free throw line,
Yep.
I think he would have continued to drag this out with fouls. But it appears that is not the case. The shot is up by Moffitt. No good. Moffitt will commit the foul.
That's his fourth. And it's just been a tough shooting night for O'Gorman. Just seems like nothing falling. And O'Gorman offensively down the stretch have been one of the hottest, if not the hottest team in the state. And they were pretty good through the first two games, but boy, it's just been almost like there's been a lid on the rim tonight for O'Gorman.
Michael Paulson. Rims out, no good.
Here comes Feldkamp out. Look at that celebration.
Bennett Yellowbird will check into the lineup. Bennett, 5'11", and a senior. Tyler Feldkamp has been with Mitch Begeman from the beginning, and he has helped build this program on blocks like Tyler Feldkamp.
You know, it's getting kids to believe in a program, believe the system you're building. And boy, Mitch Begeman has done a standout job in his 5th year as the head coach of the Rough Riders.
The three is up, no good. Paulson with the rebound.
And Paulson carefully brings it into the front court. Knights are not going to press.
By the way, Paulson with a really nice flow on the top of his head, too. I've been admiring that hairdo all weekend. And now that the championship is decided, we can bring it up. Oh,
Ball out of bounds.
Yellowbird went left, the ball went right. And both teams heading to their benches.
Ashley checking out with the big hug. Phillips and Paulson. And here comes Tucker Large. Picks up his coach and gives him a bear hug. And there you see the O'Gorman bench. Sadness over there, but those guys played their hearts out tonight.
They did, and they made an incredible run.
Cuners, nope. And we're going to have a rebounding foul. I think it's going to be on Roosevelt here.
In for Roosevelt. Want to make sure we get everybody.
Rush Landry, we got
Micah
Mooney.
Johnson.
Yep.
Hilo. Stepping up to the free throw line is Michael Shea.
He has yet to score in this tournament. He has played.
5'10" and a senior. Get in the books.
He's got 2 chances.
Yes, sir. Michael Shea has now scored exactly 1 point more than I ever did in a state tournament. So good for him. That's awesome.
Chad Ambrose in for O'Gorman. They got Mooney out there. Also number 23, Rush Landry. Not that time. That's Hilo with the rebound.
Up to Yellowbird. No. Little strong and for it's Struck with the rebound.
Emmanuel Struck. Oh, player slipped. And it's Landry misfiring on the three. Hilo with another rebound.
Hilo had it tipped away.
Yeah,
but a foul.
That's going to be on Shea. His second foul.
Thor Hilo, the 6'2 junior. For Sioux Falls Roosevelt, Tucker Large, Tyler Feldkamp, Cor Cool, Brandon Dannenbring, Bennett Yellowbird, Michael Paulson, and Trey Horner. Those are the seniors who are wrapping up their career tonight. For the O'Gorman Knights, Cade Moffitt, Ben Renshaw, Harry Huners, Reese Arbogast, Michael Shea, Joe Lynch, and Eddie Myler. Congratulations to both squads. And again, when you have that many seniors, that means that they have bought in, that you've got a program, that they understand their role, because there's only so much playing time to go around.
See here who gets open and who wants to fire a shot. Yellowbird. Oh, in and out.
Great if that senior could score. Coming the other way for the O'Gorman Knights.
Mooney for three.
Yeah, Mooney.
Landry.
Too strong.
Oh, that was through the hands of Kranzler out of bounds. Gabe Kranzler had it through his hands.
Emmanuel Struck, I believe, will inbound it. I'm kind of being blocked. Great job by the officiating crew tonight. They called it tight early. Both teams adjusted. Got into much more offensive flow. There's a three, no good.
That was by Ambrose.
And the rebound to Gabe Kranzler.
Timeout called by Roosevelt to get one more sub in.
Coming in for Roosevelt, Justin Shaw, the 6'3 junior. So if you dressed, you played tonight in the championship game. And how awesome is that?
Yep.
And here's the thing. Yellowbird is getting just as big a hugs from the coaching staff because of the fact he was a senior. He did stay with it.
Yep.
He did believe. He
You bet.
knew that he wasn't getting a lot of playing time, but he's part of a state championship team.
They're going to back it out here, just run the clock out. No need to do anything more. You see the coaches, they're going to shake hands at center court. Congratulations to the Rough Riders. 60-37, they prevail.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2020-2021 season has officially come to an end. And ladies and gentlemen, we can exhale. A season that I frankly wouldn't have given you a nickel for back in November. The right people did the right things at the right times to bring this championship weekend for the girls and for the boys. It has been appreciated more than any championship in the history of South Dakota because of the sacrifices that had to be made by so many. The kids themselves took responsibility in a lot of cases. They knew what they could lose, so they did what they had to do in order to play and get this season in. Let's turn it over to PA announcer Kevin Phillips.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'll present the Class AA runner-up trophy and championship trophy to each team. Helping tonight, Mark Murphy and Mike Talley with the South Dakota High School Activity Association Board of Directors. Assisting from the corporate partners, Dave Dolan from Sanford Health, Stacy Mongar from Farmers Union Insurance, and Sergeant First Class Lynn Waldy from the South Dakota Army National Guard. Your state runners-up, the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights, and head coach Derek Roby. State champions, Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders, head coach Mitch Bergerman. Now at this time, we'll announce the players from these teams that have been named to the all-tournament team. Handing out the awards will be Darius Buss from the All-Tournament Committee, and he's from Sturgis. From Sioux Falls O'Gorman, Eddie Myler. And Cade Moffett. From Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, Tucker Large. And Tyler Feldkamp. Congratulations to both teams, to all the teams that participated in this state tournament. Thank you everyone for coming. Please drive safe. We'll see you next time, next door in the big arena.
Congratulations to Sioux Falls Roosevelt. They were spectacular tonight, and they're going to get their picture taken here with their championship trophy. Tyler Feldkamp kind of getting everybody in place there.
He's been known to take charge before. And again, we can't thank the administrators at Rapid City Central, or the athletic directors at Rapid City Central and at Rapid City Stevens, who have worked so hard on this tournament. We mentioned, Dana and the crew at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center in the front office. This has just been really fun to be here this year. And again, the memories in this building, the final championship will go to the Roosevelt Rough Riders.
And we've seen a lot of great players here. Of course, Matthew Moore's, on the all-decade team. There have been a lot of great players that have seen their careers come to a close here. I know for Matthew and Yankton, they were hoping to get that championship trophy, but they got third place tonight. And, this building holds so many memories when it comes to basketball.
It was the site of the largest ever attendance at a high school basketball game, Beersford Armored.
Yep.
They jammed 11,000 people in here.
I remember watching that one on television, and we close it out here with the Roosevelt Rough Riders coach, Mitch Bergerman. Congratulations, Coach. Defensively, you guys held O'Gorman to under 20% from the floor tonight. What was your defensive game plan coming into tonight's contest?
The same as the last two nights. This is a third game on a back-to-back night where we've basically given everything we've had the last three nights. And our kids wanted this so bad, and you could tell, because we didn't stop defending, we didn't stop rebounding. And again, this is why we're at, because of what we've done the whole season defending.
We were talking about the fact you got up by about 18, 20 or so. We were wondering if you were going to eat clock, and I said, that's not who you are. That you have preached this style of basketball to these kids since they walked through into the gym.
You know, as much as I'd love to see us slow down and late in the fourth quarter, I can't help but let these kids go, especially when you got Tucker Large as your point guard. There's not a kid on the floor that's faster than him, and our kids just feed off it. And when we're going, and when he's running, our guards know if they run the floor, they're going to get layups.
Marcus Phillips was big tonight for you. I know he had the foul problems last night, but boy, he came up big on both ends of the floor tonight for your team.
He's an exceptional player, and he's had an incredible season for us. He's so valuable to this basketball team, and he does everything for you. When he's scoring the basketball, he's very, very dangerous, but he rebounds, he defends. He can basically play 1 through 5 if I asked him to, but he's a tremendous piece to our program and this team this year.
One more question. November 1st, did you think we'd get to this weekend?
Yes, I honestly did, because I had hope, and we followed rules.
The kids bought in.
They did. They bought in. They followed rules. We were in school all year, and we came to practice, and we were smart, but we were lucky to stay healthy. And I think that's the biggest thing is we had some luck on our side of staying healthy, no really serious injuries, and not a lot of sickness. But we found a way to get here, and I'm very, very thankful.
Beggs, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Mitch Begeman picking up his first title as a head coach. We'll be back to take a look at some stats and wrap up this incredible weekend after this timeout on South Dakota Public Broadcasting. It was 8-7 at the end of one. It was 19-11 at halftime. Points were at a premium, and all of a sudden, Roosevelt goes on one of their rolls.
Yep, 24-15, they outscored the Knights in that third quarter, and that really was the difference as they pulled away and stayed in front of O'Gorman. Roosevelt on the night, 19 of 51 from the floor, 37%. 7 of 19 from beyond the arc, 37%. 15 of 27 at the free throw line. Meanwhile, O'Gorman cold, 12 of 63.